walked out of my house at 8 a.m. I was ready to go to work. But my driveway was empty. My brand new car was gone. I thought it was stolen. I was about to call the police. Then I saw him. Mr. Henderson, the HOA president. He was standing on the sidewalk, holding a clipboard and smiling. "Good morning, Isabella," he said. "Where is my car?" I demanded. "I had it towed," he replied casually. "It was parked facing the street. Section 4, paragraph B of the bylaws. Cars must face the garage. It's a $50 fine, plus the towing fee." I stared at him in shock. "You towed my car? From my private property? For parking the wrong way?" "Rules are rules," he smirked. "The HOA controls the aesthetics, and we control the streets. Next time, follow the handbook." He turned and walked away. He thought he was teaching me a lesson. He thought he was the king of the neighborhood. But he just declared war, and he made a fatal mistake. He claimed the HOA controlled the streets, so I decided to fact-check him, and what I found changed everything. I moved into Oak Creek 2 years ago. It was a nice neighborhood, except for the HOA. Mr. Henderson ran it like a dictator. He walked around with a ruler, measuring grass height, checking mailbox paint colors. He fined me last month because my welcome mat was too brown. He fined my neighbor because her dog barked once. Everyone hated him, but everyone was afraid of him. He had the power to put liens on houses. He had the power to foreclose. He loved the power. He targeted me specifically because I was young and successful. He thought I didn't belong there. He wanted to bully me into moving, but I don't bully easily. I work in corporate real estate. I read contracts for a living. After he towed my car, I didn't get mad. I went to the county records office. I wanted to see exactly what the HOA owned. I spent 3 hours in the records room. I pulled the original subdivision maps from 1990. I traced the property lines. I checked the common areas. Then I saw it. A tiny clerical error. When the developer built the neighborhood, he transferred the houses to the owners. He transferred the park to the HOA, but he forgot to transfer the streets. The main road, Oak Creek Drive, was technically still owned by the developer, but the developer went bankrupt in 1995, so the county seized the assets for unpaid taxes. The street wasn't owned by the HOA. It wasn't a public road either. It was tax defaulted property, sitting in the county auction list, waiting for a buyer. For 30 years, my heart started racing. I looked at the listing price. Because it was just a strip of asphalt and had 20 years of back taxes, the county just wanted to get rid of it. The buy it now price was $5,000. The HOA didn't own the road. They had no right to tow me. They had no right to enforce parking unless they owned the pavement. I pulled out my checkbook. I walked to the clerk's window. "I would like to buy a parcel," I said. It took 2 days to process. I paid the $5,000. I paid the filing fees, and then I held the deed. Oak Creek Drive. I owned the street. All of it. The asphalt, the curbs, the speed bumps. I was the landlord of the road. I legally owned the only exit out of the neighborhood. I called a contractor friend immediately. "I need a rush job," I said. "Electronic gate arm, keycard access system, and a payment kiosk. Install it tonight while they sleep." He laughed. "You are evil, Isabella." "I know," I said. "It's going to be beautiful." I also drafted a new policy. Private road usage agreement. I set the toll rates. Residents, free, with registration. Guests, $5 per entry. HOA board members, $50 per entry, plus a monthly maintenance fee. I was ready for morning traffic. 7 a.m. Tuesday morning. Mr. Henderson left his house. In his shiny Mercedes, he drove down the street, heading to the exit, but he slammed on his brakes. There was a yellow gate arm blocking the road, and a shiny new toll machine, and me, sitting on a lawn chair, drinking an iced coffee. He rolled down his window furiously. "What is this?" he screamed. "You can't build this. This is HOA property. Remove it immediately." I walked over to his car. I handed him a copy of the deed. "Actually, Mr. Henderson," I said, "this is private property. My private property. You are trespassing on my road." He looked at the paper. His eyes bulged out of his head. You bought the street?" "Yes," I said, "and according to my new rules, commercial vehicles and board members must pay a toll. That will be $50, please, or you can back up and stay in your driveway." Cars were lining up behind him. People were honking. My neighbors rolled down their windows. They were laughing. They realized what I did. "Move it, Henderson," someone yelled. "Pay the lady." He turned red as a tomato. He realized he was trapped. He had to get to work. He swiped his credit card. The gate opened. Have a nice day, I smiled. The aftermath was glorious. Mr. Henderson tried to sue me, of course, but the judge threw it out. It is private land, the judge said. She can charge rent for usage. The HOA board held an emergency meeting. The residents were furious. Not at me, at Henderson. How did you let this happen? Why didn't you check the maps? They voted him out that night. They dissolved the old board. The new board president was my neighbor, the one with the dog. She made me an offer. The HOA wants to buy the road, she said. We will pay you $20,000, and we will erase all your fines, and you never pay HOA dues again. I accepted the deal. I made $15,000 profit in 1 week. I got free HOA for life, and Mr. Henderson moved away. He couldn't handle the shame. Every time he drove past my house, I would wave at him, like a queen waving to a peasant. He learned a valuable lesson. Before you tow someone's car, check who owns the ground beneath it. If you enjoyed this property revenge, you will love the next story. My aunt stole my winning lottery ticket. She thought she won $1 million, but she didn't know I signed the back. Click the video on screen now to see her face when the lottery commission called.